we're not doing that. But it's been a week since I posted the LBC challenge, and there's been some amazing results and feedback from people, and it's just a great opportunity that I want to reinstate and just share again. To the people that have already joined the challenge, thank you so much. We'll be keeping you posted on everything and how we move on from here. And for the people that are just at home still wondering, like, no, I can't share my business idea, people will laugh at me, they'll steal, the most common one I hear is, no, they'll steal my idea, what. First of all, those are normal thoughts to have. Like, someone will steal your idea and people will laugh at you. But just think of it this way: when it's your idea, it means it's your thought process. Like, nobody else thinks like you, speaks like you. So if somebody copies your idea, it's just a photocopy, it's not the original. And how many times when you're trying to do something serious do they ask for the original and not the photocopy? So and as long as your idea is like something you're really passionate about, and if it's a good idea, expect people to copy you. Like, oh my gosh. Actually, that's how you know it's a good idea. If you see other people doing it, then you're like, okay, people are catching on to this. Like, okay, you should be chuffed. I know it's not easy, but So today I wanted to help those people that are still feeling a bit, I can't do this, I'm not confident enough. I'll just remind you that LBC is having a membership program where we will be connecting you with other people in business, because trying to achieve our aim, which is to get young companies to stop relying on older generational companies for permission and opportunity to do business. So we're trying to connect people. And then the other thing is, you also stand a chance to be in our LBC startup battle, where you win 20,000 kwacha. So there are two things at stake: 20,000 kwacha for you not sharing of your little business and where you want to be, and the other thing is being part of a network of businesses that are just there to support and help you stay into business. So I know there's still people that at this point are just like, oh no, but I still can't do it, and that's exactly who this video is for today. There's this little trick and tip I want to share on how to overcome that fear or those fears that you might have. So it's like an affirmation. I think it's one of those things that I've seen work with Mel Robbins. So she's this motivational speaker and she's just so good. But she came up with this 5-second thing, like you have to stop your thought process. Like, it takes 30 seconds for you to make a decision. So in that 30 seconds, you really have to make a decision that maybe, like getting out of bed, for example, you take 30 seconds to stay in bed or get out. But what she says is count down for 5 seconds. So like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed, even if you have to do it loud. So a little tip I want to do with you guys is, when you're making that decision of, oh, should I share my business? Should I do what? First of all, do the Mel Robbins thing. Count from 5 to 1. Like, count down from 5 to 1. And the other thing I want you to say to yourself when you get to the 1 is, don't be mungulu. So I think if you're going to just let 20,000 kwacha slide from you because people are going to laugh at you, or you just don't know what people are going to think, you have to just reach a point where you tell yourself, don't be mungulu. And if you have a Zambian friend, please ask them to translate for you, because I really want give leakage on what it means. It's just, it sounds powerful when it's not even translated. Don't be mungulu. And then that's just for like people that may not know what that means, and are still trying to get comfortable in their own skin and whatnot. Maybe even Lusaka people that don't speak Bemba. But then for the Bemba speaking people in the Copper Belt, where LBC is located, you have a more advanced challenge. So when you get to that place where you're like, whatever, like, just calm yourself down, take 3 breaths, count from 5 to 1, and then say, don't you fear mungulu. Like, you can say it faster, you can say it more fierce, but look yourself in the mirror and just say, don't you fear mungulu. Because honestly, so what if people laugh? Like, if it's your idea and the worst thing that happens is that people laugh at you, and your idea is still successful, like in 5 years, like, look at the Uber guys. And that's the thing, I want us to stop looking at these other guys, but Uber is a good example. This car company where that strangers pick you up, like a taxi service. Actually, yeah, it's a taxi service, but from people just with their own cars, like private. And people laughed at him, like, oh, who would want to get into a car with a stranger, blah blah blah. But that business is booming. Like, Google it. But it's just like, that's being mungulu if you think the worst thing that can happen to you when you step out and do business is that people will laugh at you. Because, okay, so what? You still have your arms, your legs, your eyes, and everything. So if people laugh at you and you think that's the worst thing, I think that's a blessing. Because you could lose $1 billion. There are other worse things that could actually happen. What if somebody else picks up on that idea without you even saying it and makes $1 billion? I think that's worse than people laughing at you. There's so many worse things. And if you think, oh, I'm just being repetitive and, you know, maybe people will get tired of me, I think Beyonce is a good example. Like, if you've been following her, like I have, I'm very much a fan of her work ethic. Not all her songs, but her work ethic just... So that woman is performing, she's gone on a whole tour. The same day, like she said, the tour is On the Run 2. And she did On the Run part 1, obviously. That's why it's part 2 now. But it's the same songs. Some of the dances are the same. Like, at this point, we can all almost be Beyonce, but it's just like we can't sing for that long and then do such moves. Like, that's the only problem. Otherwise, if we were serious, we would get there. You know? So don't ever let anybody tell you, like, oh, no, you're just copying, or you just did the same thing last time. Now it's boring, it's dry. Well, if Beyonce can do it, then you, I mean, you're not Beyonce or anything, but... why reinvent the wheel? Why you try and do something else? Like, I almost tried to do something else by, you know, I was like, maybe I should, and next time I'm doing a video, I should be oiling my hair, like, just patulaing it. That's when I put, like, a cream. I'm just like, that's too dangerous. That's not while I'm doing it, like, a braid falls out. No. Good things. So, yeah. If there's one thing I really want to take away from this video is, first of all, join the challenge. Secondly, don't be mungulu, or don't chifia mungulu. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Please like, share, and comment. And yeah, any questions, if you really can't find a Zambian person to translate for you, holla at me and I'll inbox you what mungulu means. But it's not something bad. It's not a swear word or anything. It's just affirmation. It's an affirmation. Like, yeah.